Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to take a quick look at a cemetery here in Rockford, Illinois. This is Cedar Bluff Cemetery. Now, I don't know a whole lot about it, but when you're out and about and you drive by a cemetery, especially one that looks kind of interesting, you have to stop and take a look. This is kind of interesting right here. The Hamilton, I guess you'd call this a mausoleum, but there's not, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this one, because it doesn't look like it has been opened anytime soon. There's no window on it or anything like that. So if anybody has any idea what the story is with this, please let me know. It's built into the side of the hill here. Go around without trying to trip on myself. Now, this is interesting. People have left a lot of horses up here. Definitely a little different. Now, it is a little breezy out today, so hopefully you can hear this okay. Kind of treacherous land here. Lots of tree branches, lots of little things to trip on. So if you come to visit this location, be careful. It looks like they're getting ready for a funeral down here. This is kind of an interesting one here. Cheney. And just over here, this one looks interesting too. George H. Champ, 1856 to 1919. Just had a very small funeral procession go by, so I turned off the camera just out of respect. As you should do when you visit places like this, because you have to remember there are people here paying respects to loved ones. So you always want to be respectful when you come and visit. Here's the Mauer family stone. Now, it looks like there's 2 funerals about to go on today. There's one over there, and then there's another one over the hill here. But this is a very old cemetery. I really don't know much about it, but I will say that there's a lot of burials dating back to the mid to late 1800s here, which is always interesting to check out. But that's what we do here. We like uncovering history, visiting famous graves, visiting just cemeteries in general, because they are peaceful, they are beautiful. And maybe I'm just weird like that, but that's what I do at least. Thomas Sherritt, 1811 to 1864. His wife Lydia Holmes. These are very simple. Things really used to be done different back in the day, though. Very beautiful. It looks like they're getting ready for the other funeral here. So I'll try to make this somewhat quick. Here's the Crandall stone. Francis P. Coddington is the name on the stone next to it. Now, when you walk around cemeteries, sometimes it's interesting to look people up and see what they did for a living, what their life was like, especially back in the day. It's just really interesting. This one appears to have been chipped. This is Freeman, 1896 to 1882. That was a long life back then. Wow. Over here, Martin Salas. That is a beautiful stone too. Julia Chapa. Married July 6th, 1958. Looks like they both passed away in 2008, within a few months of each other. Which is a pretty common thing that you see. You know, when you lose a loved one, a lot of times you kind of lose the desire to move on, especially if you've been with that person for most of your life. Henry H. Robinson, 1846 to 1923. Jeanette Crary, his wife, and Edith, 1-year-old Edith. But you never know what you're going to find in a cemetery, and that's the fun of it. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to post more and more videos, and you always want to be respectful and try not to step directly on any graves, and be as respectful as you can when you visit. This one is really hard to read. Maybe it comes out better on camera. James H. Compton. Some of these are really hard to read. But for it being a summer day, it is awful cold here today. It is in the 60s. It feels pretty cold for us. I mean, it feels like kind of a fallish to winter kind of day. It is cold. But I wanted to give you a short viewing of this because I was stopping by to, you know, whenever you see an old cemetery, you have to kind of come and check it out and see what's here. And, you know, you never know if you're going to run into any notable names, which we like to do here on this channel. But hopefully you enjoyed this this brief tour. But I'm going to let the funeral processions happen, and I don't want to be a disturbance to anybody. So I'm going to sign off for now, but if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. There's going to be a lot of interesting cemeteries and famous graves coming up. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.